welcome to the unboxing of Blokees Champion Class Iron Man. It's going to be from the Infinity Saga, another Blokees model. No paint, no glue, no tools. It's a medium-sized model, so this one was about 15 bucks. 14 and up. And what's it say on there? About 5.3 inches tall, it looks like. On the side, we got a logo. On the other side, we got Iron Man. On the bottom, we got just a bunch of text. And then on the top, we have another depiction of Iron Man and all our logos. So, let's get started. Always cut away from yourself. So in the box, got all our baggies with our screws. Got some instructions. More screws. And then we got a bunch of loose parts that aren't on sprues. We're gonna open those first. Get out a bowl. And we're just gonna go ahead and dump those in there. Put those off to the side over here with our instructions. And let's start opening up some of our screws. Let's see if it finds which bag has the A's in it, if there are any. All right. So that one came off. I have to remember where this one was. This is sprue A, so we'll put that there. What we got here? H. No, it's pretty identifiable. I might lean that in the bowl for a little bit. J. D. K. Oh, we got M, G. We might just start organizing these by color this time around. Looks like we got a little bit, gonna have a lot of sprues with it tonight. B, E, L, F, and N. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead. We'll put our metallics over here. And then we have our reds all over there, clear in the bowl. Inside, we also have this instructions for the batteries, which don't need. More for battery replacement on the light. So this will light up. And inside our instructions, and then there's the back. So let's start, like we usually do with the head. And we're going to start with C7, which is one of the silver ones. Hold on. No, we aren't. Are we? Yeah, C7. But I have L. Let's see. Okay. So C7 is going to be a red sprue, or with some paint. Some of the parts are painted on it. So we're going to take these two. This is number 7 and 6. Grab those off of there. Go to the bowl. And there should be a translucent piece for our eye. Which I'm not seeing. Oh, hold on. Is it on this sprue? Oh, it is up. Usually the eyes aren't on a sprue, so, but this time there is. So this is a H2, which is, oops, right here. So I'm going to pop that off. It's kind of right. It was in the bowl. So with this peg kind of sticking up, we're going to match this clear tab into this kind of corner shaped hole like that. And same way with the other side. Hopefully this little nick here will be covered up. All right, let's see, J11. It's gonna be on this sprue, and it is right here. And there's a hole right there. And we got a peg inside here. So just match everything up. Then make sure that's pressed in good. Then we need M7, which is one of our gold ones. And we need, yeah, M7 will be this faceplate right here. And we're just going to match those two pegs up with these two holes on the top. And there's his head. I think that looks like it. Yep, that's complete. That looks really nice. Got a little discoloration right there. Might be able to touch that with a paint pen I have. Might do that later. And right now we're going to move to his left arm. And we're going to start with a lot of pieces on the L sprue. We need L4 and L12. All right, there's two L4s, and we're going to just take one of them. Imagine the other one's going to be for the right arm, right? And then we need 12, which is going to be that one right there. Just pop that off. And let's see, I think there's a centerpiece that's going to be in the bowl. Let's check there real quick, see if I see anything that's like that. Let's see. Well, let's see, I'm looking, I'm not, unless there's something else we were supposed to put together first. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. I see. Okay, so hold off on these two pieces we popped off. And we're going to, and actually let's put them right here. And we need L6 and 5 first. So here is 5, and there's 2 of those. We're just gonna get 1 for now. And then we need L6, which is this right here. Also, we're gonna come back there later for the right arm. And L7, which is right down here. Okay, so L5, this piece right here. And then we need the L6 piece, which is this little, and we're going to stick that into the hole there. And then we're going to take L7. And let's see, how's that going to go on? Okay, looks like it's going to go, we're going to match the peg on the other end of 6 onto the smaller hole. And then there's a tab that'll fit on the other side of L5. We want to make sure, and that'll make that piece. Then we got our pieces we got popped off earlier. This L4 piece, and it's going to go into the hole here, just like that. And then I'm going to flip this over. Still a little bit of that peg sticking out for this hole here, and then we got a notch for that peg right there. So it's going to fit just like that. All right, now let's see. We need L13 and L2. Here's 13 right up here in the corner. Then we should go over, and here's 2 right here. Then we need to go and grab E2 from one of these red sprues. Right there. And okay, so we got our E13. Hey Firewall, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so let's fit E2 right there into 13. And then pop it in there. And we got that. Then we need to keep a hold of this for a second, and we're going to grab some more gold. A lot of nice metallic pieces on this one. M4 and M3. This is M4, and this is M3 down here. Let me get this off. All right, so M4 is going to go on the front here. And there's some slots in there, or some tabs in there that are going to fit in these slots. I'm going to flip over and then put M3 into the other side. Fit in like that. And then we need to go get J1 and N2. Let's see. There is J1. And we need sprue in. Say N2. Yep, N2 is right here. Okay, so start with J1. We'll get that peg into this hole right here. Oh, no. Sorry. This peg, this larger peg, into this hole. I think. Hold on. All right. Let's do this in reverse, actually. Let's take the N2 peg and put that in there first. And that N2 has a smaller hole in which this J1 will fit into. Whoops. Just like that. All right. Now we can go ahead and let's see, what else do we need to do? Actually, looks like we can build some shoulder armor over here. So let's put these two pieces aside and start that. So we need G4. Which is this one right here. Then we need F3. Oh, where are you? Let's see, hold on. F3. Okay, F3 is actually a gold piece. All right, with some red paint on it. And it is going to be this right here. And F3 is just going to, with the red part facing up, is going to have some tabs to fit into slots right there. There's that. Now let's see. Kind of need to do a hand, it looks like. So I think we are going to go with blasty hands, which looks like K2. So K2, and you see this has a little peg on it for our blast effects. So we got that, and then we need to get the little hand plate for that, which is C2. That's going to be this right here. And we got a tab that'll fit inside that hand. just like that. There's one hand. Should we do the other hand? Let's see. Yeah, let's do the other hand. We got K4. Right there. And we need, oh, hold on, K4 and then K6. So those are the two other hands, but it looks like there's only one hand plate that they're going to need to share. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on the fist. So we need C4. Which is this right here. And it'll peg in or tab in just like the other one. So that got one for the fist. So right now we got 3 options for this, but only 2 of them have hand plates on them. So I'll just put this aside in the bowl. And I think we have enough to where we can start building the left arm. So we have the main part we already got built. And we've got this contraption right here, which we are going to put let's see, I think, do we have everything put together correctly? I feel like this might be on backwards. I think this lower arm's backwards. So I'm actually going to go ahead and see if I can fix that. And I'm just looking at the instructions, the way this this stripe right here is. So let me see if I can get this off easy enough. I need to split the lower arm. There we go. So I got one part off. Then we got to work this off. Flip it over. Like that. And then go ahead and put this first part back on the other side. Okay. So there's that. Now we can put this, peg this on the top part of the arm. It made a nice clicking sound. And this small ball peg here will be for the shoulder plate with the red on top. So there's a, there we go. Put that on there like that. Then we need to grab F1. We do need to get the little elbow plate. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be gold. Okay, so that's right there. And it looks like it's not really showing me on the instructions if this red part is on the top or bottom. I'm going to assume since the lower part is red that we're going to just do this. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Okay, I have to bend the arm a little bit to get this on. There we go. And that looks nice. All right, the next is going to be, we need to grab a wrist piece from the bowl. It looks like this. I believe this is a wrist. Hold on. Let me make sure that's not like an ankle. Let me make sure they're all the same size. I think they are. So, okay, I think the wrist and the ankles look like they might be interchangeable. So I'm going to pop this. Well, let's see if we can pop it in there, in the hand first maybe. Yeah, it went in easier that way. Then we could use the hand as leverage to get on the wrist, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. All right. And that's our left arm. Let's do our right arm now. So, go through a lot of these steps all over again for the other side, which we'll need L5, 6, and 7 again. 5, 6, 7. And we'll start with 5. Like that. And we'll put the tab from 6 into this hole right down there. Then we'll get 7. And remembering that there's a little slot for the tab on top of 7 to go, and then a peg and a hole on the lower part. There's that. Then we need to get L4 and L12. All right, so need to put on L4 first. Peg that into the hole there. Get that toward it sticking out. Hold on a sec. Let me press that into the. Oh, wow. That one doesn't want to go in. Oh, I see what's going on. I think. Oh, yeah. I'm not putting it on right. That's why. Okay, I'll split this up. All right. All right, just gotta get everything oriented right. Then we can put that in like that, I think. Oh, I see there's a little tab here. It needs to go in on the other side. Okay, so we'll get there. And I just dropped a piece. All right, hold on a sec. Piece fell off. We gotta go dive in for it. Hold on. Give me just a second while I find it. So I wasn't able to find it. So let's see what I need to do. Hold on a sec. Did it fly on the table still? It's not on the floor. Okay, so I think, what piece was that fell off? That's the piece that's going to hold the shoulder armor. Oh, crap. I thought it flew onto the floor. Didn't find it anywhere. Oh. All right. Second look. We found it. Okay, so let's put this back together. All right, there's this. All right. Now we were trying to fit this piece on when it flew apart. Starting to think maybe I put something on backwards on this one. Okay, let me retrace my steps just a little bit. Okay, I'm missing another piece on it actually. Which makes me wonder, okay, so we did back here, it looks like L7 also flew off. I wasn't looking for L7. Let's see. Do we want the hold music again? So here, I'll show you the piece I lost. It's going to be that L7 right there that I'm looking for right now. We might be able to fudge it without it. Maybe. Then fly over here. Okay, the other piece was over here, but I think that L7 popped off. I think that might have popped off. Maybe I didn't notice it when it came off. Unless... Okay, let's see what I can do. Let's see if we just make it work. Okay, so this piece, it's a pretty clear slot where this, but that doesn't make sense. Unless this is put together wrong in the first place. It almost looks like this is backwards for some reason. Okay. This is L4, right? Oh, would it be dumb if I popped the wrong piece off of here? No, it looks like that's fine. Problem is there's this tab here that needs to, let's see, that fell off again. Oh, here's what happened. Okay. We'll backtrack just a little bit. Okay, we got this piece right here. I'm putting this on here. Then we're putting this here. Let me get it. Let me get in frame. Like that. Okay. And this goes in here like this. And then this goes on the other side. All right, we did it. I did it. That was a journey on a piece that we've already done I've already done technically on the other arm. Okay, L3 and 14. Then we need E2. I hadn't seen new Blokees news this week as far as new products. At least nothing I found interesting. Okay, so we need this piece right here, which is E2. And then we need to get okay, so this go on like this. Make sure I got the right orientation this time. I think I do, yeah. Fit that together. Okay, so there's that part. Then we need to go down to M1 and M2. Yeah, it's like they just had a whole bunch of news last week, and then they just didn't have anything left over. I mean, I think I did remember getting some emails about their other anime stuff, but I mean, that's just not what I'm looking for, so. Oh, there's a little piece right there. I wonder if I can get that off. And do I have any nips here? I do. We are going to use a tool that we shouldn't have to use, apparently. Just take a little bit off right there. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so this goes on this side right here. Then flip it around and put the other one on here. Let's see, licenses that Blokees needs to get. Now let's see. Okay, so I did get an email from Super 7 this morning in 3. And they had some of their upcoming O-rings, which I know no one else cares about but me. But that's fine. They're doing 2 O-rings for an old IP called Visionaries. And I think I'm gonna probably pick those up in J2. Luckily, they don't come out till September, so it's not something I'm gonna have to think about for a while. All right, so we take this N3, put it on like this, put on this side with the shoulder armor nub facing out away from me, and then we're going to put J2. All right, got that. Now we just put this off. Oh, we can go get our elbow plate on F1. Just this right here. Yeah, I've been partial to O-rings. I picked up some more retro ones a couple weeks at a toy fair. I got another one, a Chuckles, which was in better condition than the one I originally streamed. And then I found Sci-Fi for G.I. Joe. And I'm kind of interested. Now they're doing a reaction plus for Donatello, but I don't know how they do an O-ring on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So let's see how that goes. Okay, next I need to put together shoulder armor, which is G3 and F2. There's F2 or F, and there's G, and G3 is going to be this one up here. So here's the thing. I could, around the end of the year, around August, September, just maybe stockpile some O-rings and just do another kind of O-ring stream. Maybe, I don't know. Just for the hell of it. Or wait till November. I might wait till November because I'm gonna go. I might go if I go to assembly required. I might pick up some more Skeletrons there. We'll see. Let's see now. Okay, so now we need to set up our hands again. And I think what those were on K. Okay, so Firewall, if you're there, our choices are another blasty hand, a palm, or another fist. Which one out of those 3 does not get a plate on it? We'll do it that way. And then I need to keep this. Now, where's those plates at? Those plates were on C3 or C. All right, so we got, this one is going to be, actually the blasty hand gets a plate no matter what because it's specially designed for it. Because of the way it bends. So I just figure out whether that's actually going to go on the figure or not. And then we have one plate for the other two hands. Relaxed palm. All right. So there's that. And the fist is going to go into the bowl. Now we need to get, let's go ahead and get our wrist joint. All right, let's see if I can get it into the arm without any problem this time. Whoops. Oh, it kind of flew in the back, didn't it? Okay, we'll grab another one. And we'll find that one later. Well, let's see. I have to do what we did last time and use the hand as leverage to put it in. See if I can get it in here. Problem is, it's so dang small. You'd think they made these for kids or something. You know, I wonder. If it'd be easier just to do that. Pop it in this way. There we go. No tools. No tools required. All right, there's that. Then we need to put on this piece right here. Did I put it on right? Nope, needs to twist them around this way. Okay, then the shoulder piece can go on. All right, that's got that arm. All right, moving on to the other side. Let's start with legs. You're talking about with tools, your mileage may vary. Well, in Blokees' defense, it's also kind of warm here, so I'm probably dealing with a little bit of sweaty hands as well, slightly. Not sweaty, but not dry. Okay, L8 and L9. And then I grabbed this piece from the bowl. Okay, so L8 and L9. All right, let's see. And then we're just gonna put, it's got 2 pegs and 2 holes in there. And the same with the other side with L9. And let's see, okay. We need A6 and A1. Hold on, let me make sure. Let's get E1 first. Let's see, where's E at? There it is. E1. And then we need to go to the A sprue. Grab A6. Make sure which one we want first. Okay, this is A6. Yeah, I think A6 goes first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the big peg down here into this hole right here and work that in. Hopefully that's far in enough. And then we need A1, which is this up here. And then we got a hole right here on the A1 and a peg right here. And I think, is that pressed in enough? I think we got it. All right, there's that. Then we need to get some gold armor for him, which is G5 and G1. Whoops. Let's see. With tools and glue, most model kits are snap-on, no glue required, but the instructions will straight up tell you that if that Pete's Falls glue. Yeah. They should put no glue needed, maybe. All right, this is G5. Yeah, G5. And it's going to go on this side right here. Just like that. Then we'll flip it over and grab what I say, G1 from the other side. And there's a triangle of holes and a triangle of pegs just to match up. Just like that. Then we got to move down, I think. Make sure I'm where I am. Okay, M5. Just this one right here. And that's going to fit the pointy side up and the peg into a hole. Just like that. And then we need F5. Let's see, F. What color is F? F is gold, okay. Okay, so F5 is this one right here. And it is going to fit, oh, kind of in the front here. There's kind of a upside down T, an upside down T slot. And just match those together. Like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, problems with NECA figures falling apart. I don't have a lot of NECA figures. The ones I have so far are pretty good. All right. I need C9, C8, and J4. Let's go to J first. What color is J? Looks like it might be red. Okay, here it is. J4. J4 is these two right here. Just need one for now. Then I need C9 and C8. C9, C8. All right, so first we'll start with C9. We got a large peg there that's going to go into this hole. Right? Hold on. Does it fit right? I think so. Let's see. Unless this is upside down somehow, which that could be a part. That could be a pain in the butt. I wonder if that's how it is. Let me see. Let me backtrack a little bit. Yep. This knee joint's upside down, totally. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what we can do on this. So that has to pop out. Does it? I think so. Actually, this has to pop off. All right, that definitely had to pop off. Let me see if anything else, if we can separate this without taking apart too much. I think this might have to pop off. So far, the only figures I've had to really heat up are 4 Horsemen figures. Okay. All right, there's that. Okay, so I got that off. So let's flip this over. Then put this back. And then this can go back on as well. Right? Whoops. Like that. All right, there's that. Now, this should fit correctly. Yep, now that fits good. And then this piece is going to fit in this back hole right here. I kind of have to hold that in, I think. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to flip this around. And then we get this into there, and there we go. There we go. NECA Firewall says, really? Because NECA figures are pretty famous for how tight they are. I mean, I think I only got two, though. I only got that. I haven't had problems with the two I have. They're both Donatellos. So, I don't know. Maybe Donatello's really loose. I got the Last Ronin Donatello, and I have the cartoon Donatello. Oh, which one was it? I think it was a Target exclusive. Okay. Looks like we are at... We need to put together a foot. So we need J3 and J6. J3 and J6, and they'll just J6 will just plug into the bottom of J3. Then we need J5 and 7. So there's 5. And there's 7. And we just put 7 on the bottom of 5. And then we'll just snap those two pieces together now. And there's our foot. And now we are ready to start putting our leg together. So this is good. This is going to be the ankle, it looks like. We'll make sure it bends that way. And then I'm going to fit it to where it's poking out like that. And then you got a hole deep in the foot that we're just going to push the foot back. There we go, just like that. Then we need the knee plate, which is G7. Right there. It's gold with a little bit of silver on it. That silver is going to swish upwards on the knee. Just like that. So that connects on this side. Then we need to put this into the top of the leg. And that'll do that leg, which was our right leg. Let's do the other leg. Okay, so we need a piece from the bowl again. that one. Then we need L8 and L7, which is these two. And just fit them again like we did on the others on the right side. Whoops. Should look like that when they're together. I'll finish that. And then we need to get our knee joint from E. Need E1. Right here. And this time we're going to make sure that this rounded part, see how this has a little bit of a point on it? This rounded part is going to be up when we put everything together. It's going to be on top. So we need A2 and A5. There's that. A2, A5. I'm going to take A5. And again, making sure we're using the rounded part. And that's going to fit in there. And there. Should. Hold on. Let me make sure everything's oriented correctly. Oh, this goes on the other side. Okay, that's why. Okay. Then A2 is going to go on this side. Right? Feel like it's not matching up like it should. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got everything lined up. Because there shouldn't be any gaps, I don't think. Okay, so 5. Make sure that's as far as it could go in. All right, I think we got that. We'll see. All right. G2 and G6. G2, G6 right below it. Okay. Let's see. fit this side. It'll fit right in. And flip over to the other side. And this should fit right in. Nope, upside down. Fit in just like this. And then we'll need F4 and M6. And it looks like this will be the last thing on F4, or on the F sprue. Everything gone? And like I said, there's this upside down, or there's this T on here. And then we'll match it to the, just like that. And let's see what I say. What was the other piece? M6. All right, looks like this is the last piece on the M sprue. Everything gone. Just peg it in like that. Then we need to get C11, C10, and J4. So let's go to the J sprues already here. And what did I say, J4? Which is this right here. Right? Yep. And then we need the C sprue. We got these two right here. Need both sides. And then we need to just start plugging the big peg into, oh, is that the right size? Hold on. Okay. This curve is the front, I believe. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah. Okay, it's not fitting in like it should. And this time I did get it right? Hold on. Oh, I put it in upside down. I got it wrong. I got it backwards. Why do I do this to myself? I swear someone could do a clip channel of me messing up. Flip that over. All right. Okay, so actually I need to not press that in together too fast. Let's split it up a little bit because we need to fit a piece into the back here. Hold on. Okay, because this needs to go right here. And then this needs to go, it needs to be sandwiched in between these two pieces. There we go. All right. And we need to build a foot again. Actually, we can just go ahead and put this on. We know this is going to happen. And we also know that there's going to be a G7 ankle piece, or knee piece. And that sprue is empty. All the gold sprues are done. We're going to match up these silver parts like that. And we can go ahead and grab that ankle piece actually. There's no reason not to. Go ahead and pre-bend it a little bit like that. And it'll fit right into here. And then let's go put together that foot real quick, which was on the J sprue. So we need 3 and 6. 6 goes at the bottom of 3. Or, yeah, 6 goes on the bottom of 3. Then we need 5 and 7. Seven goes on the bottom of 5. Then we pop these 2 in together like that. Make a little toe pivot. Then we just insert this foot, push it back. We got that leg done, and now we can start the upper chest piece. And we're going to start that with a piece from the bowl, which is going to be our main torso piece that's going to light up, which is an unusual shape compared to ones we've done before. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the, oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull the tab. We see that works. And then we need, from our L sprue, we need 16 and 15. These two right here. $16 is going to go on this side. $15 is going to go on the other side. There's these holes right there. Right, and then we need H, 3 and 4. And those are, looks like, where'd they go? There it is. H sprue is our translucent one. So we got 4. Hold on. Okay, and then 3 right there. Okay, so I'll pop off the H4 first. Then I'm going to pop off 3. I'll put this back. Now if we look really close, 3 has some silver paint on it. And it's going to plug right on here. So there's kind of a slot behind there. And then there's a peg right here. So we're just going to pop 3 on the 4 like that. Then we need C5. Which is the last piece on the C sprue. Then we're going to take this translucent piece we just made, and it's going to come from behind. So we flip this back, and then we flip this, and we just fit it in the back there. There's a couple of pegs. Push that in, and then this is fitting all the way in. All right, then this will go on the front of this. I think it's going to peg in there. Yeah, pegs in there. And hold on. So it's lighting up pretty good. So far, so good. And let's see, we need N5. I think N's over here. Yep. N5. That's going to be the back plate to this. And just match up the pegs to the holes on that. Hey, get better, Firewall. I'll see you next time. You have a good evening, okay? Get better. It's not a problem at all. All right, so now we need the neck, which is going to be N1, which looks like, oh, there it is. There's the one. Okay, it's this piece right here. We need to put the neck peg in. It looks like, do we? Hold on. Actually, I don't think we need a neck peg for this one. It's not on the instructions. It looks like this neck piece is just going to seat in, so actually this needed to go on before the back plate went in. So I'm going to pry this just a little bit. There we go. Actually, it needed to go on before either one of these pieces went in. So let's just pry them both off. All right, it's in there. There we go. So there's not going to be any neck movement with this piece. Okay, now I need J10 and B5. J10 right here. And it's going to pop on the front here, covering up this, a lot of this silver, like so. Then what I say, B5. All right, B5 is this right here. And that just goes on the back, like that. Then where are we moving to? Okay, so this is the chest piece. Now we're going to move on to the abdomen. And we need two pieces from the bowl. We need this piece. And we need this kind of dumbbell piece right here. Okay. So try to figure out, does it, okay, so it looks like this kind of line right here, I think it looks like it's going to go like that. And then the dumbbell's going to go on top here. I think I'm going to use my tool to pop that in since my hands are a little, feel a little sweaty. Whoops. Ow. There we go. Get that in like that. Then we need A8 and B4. Okay, I think this is A8 that fell off earlier, like when I opened up this package. So we need B4, which is this right here. And we're gonna these top pegs right here are gonna fit in those holes right there. Press that all the way in so they stick out. And then just match up the pegs and everything. There's that. Okay, so there's that, and I don't think it's going to be too hard to figure out that these two are going to go together. So there's a place for the ball joint there. And there's that. So got a little bit of an ab crunch there. Okay, now from the bowl, we're going to need a couple more pieces. So we can start assembling the waist part. It says torso, but that's not, is it? Anyway. Okay, so let me see. We got this piece right here. We got this piece right here. I'm going to put this through there. Then I need to grab okay, this piece here. It's going to be, these two pegs are going to be on top. And then this piece is going to go like this. And then these two pieces are going to fit together. Just line up the pegs. All right, should look like that when we're done. Then we're going to get our waist pieces, which is J8 and 9. Right here. And that is everything on this sprue. So you got a slot here, or a tab there, and a peg there. And you'll know which piece goes where by which piece has the hole and which piece has the slot. All right. And then you can tell by the crack which part of the waist goes forward. There's that. All right. Oh, okay. So we got that done. But we have an extra arm to build, actually. Arm nano cannon. So, what are we doing here? Okay, we'll have to take apart one of the. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. Or no, we gotta do that now. Okay, so one of the arms we built, it looks like it's gonna be this arm right here. What we need to do is split apart this piece right here. If we can. All right, take that part off and work this off. Actually, this fell off, but we can put it back on. All right. All right, so we got these two pieces off the arm. I'm just going to go ahead and put them in a bowl. And now we get A3 and A4. So these two pieces right here. And we are going to let's see, is there anything we need to do? We need L10 and L11. Okay, which are these two pieces right here? Let's see, A3 and A4. Hold on. Okay, so those go. Okay, A3 and A4 we go ahead and put in. Okay. So we'll fit in like this. Okay. Then I need to get E3. Which is this. And A7. Okay, so hold on. E3 and L10 are going to go together. So like that. And then we need to get A7. Put this in here. And then this is going to fit and to match the tabs that are on here. Right? Yeah, like that. And then the other one, I have a tabs on a slot we need to match. on this end. And after that, oh, before we put those on, hold on. We had the H1 we need to put on. Okay, hold on. So we can take these off. This won't be difficult. And then where's that H? Okay. H1 is this translucent piece. And it's going to fit on the end of this. It's got one tab that's wider than the other. So you have to match it up to the slots there. And then we can put these back on now. It'll be like that. So that'll be our nano cannonball, I guess, arm. So we'll use that. Okay. Now, okay, those are the main body parts. So let's go ahead and put them all together. We have a clear dumbbell that we need to put in the neck. And I'm just going to use that in the head just to press it in. There's that. Then let's put the arms in. The arms in, or the cannon in. Whoops. There we go. Get those legs in. All right. There's that, looking pretty good so far. Let's, okay. Now we got some kind of just miscellaneous pieces, I think. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we could build. We got choices. We could build a blade. We could build a back, say a dorsal wing thruster. And then we've got a blade weapon left to build. Let me think. Let me see. Or energy knife. Yeah, let's build that real quick. The energy knife real quick. Okay, N4. It's gonna be a last piece on here. Then we got our last clear pieces off of H. We're going to use both of them. And we're just going to slot them onto here. Okay, so that's that, except for, so you see a hand here. You have to, if you use this, you're gonna have to take off a hand plate and put it on here. Which I don't, since they've only given us one hand plate. Well, here, actually, you know what? I can put that on there because we're not. We have an extra hand we're not using, right? Here, we'll take the hand plate off of this. And we'll put on this blade right there. So that's ready if we want to put that on. And then we got this wing thruster, which has a lot of pieces to this thing. Let's see, D5. All right, what do we got? Okay, so then we get to see, E5. Okay, so we make two of these, B3 and D6. Okay. So got B3 is these two right here. Just take both of those off. I want to build two pieces. Then we need D6, which looks like it's these two right here. Okay, so these hinge on like this. You snap them together. And then they're going to go on the back of this. They're going to peg in. Then we need two E5s, which are these two right here. And then I'm going to take this and we're going to put them, peg them into the upper part right here. It's a little bit of articulation. And then we need to build two, okay, so D1, D3. Here's D1, take those out. Two of those, and I need D3, which are these two. So take those. And I need to peg those in together. Like that. Then we need, let's see, two E6s, which are these two right here. And you take the E6s and the piece we just built and press this into here, just like that. For both of them. Then we need two B1s to finish it up, finish this one up, which is these two right here. And they're going to go on top of this E6 we just put on, or D6, like that. And they're going to pop or slot into the middle part of the backpack. like that. Then we need to make one more set. So D4 and D2. There's D2 down here. And then D4 over here, and that's the last part of this sprue. Then we need to fit these together. Just like this. They'll slot together. Like that. Then we need B2, no, yeah, B2 and E4. So B2 are these two down here. And these are the last pieces on this sprue. What I say? E4. And then I take, let's see, those two E4s. I'm going to pop these pieces we built earlier into that. Each of those, whoops, like that. Then we take these B2s and we put on the other side the D4. Or E4. Then these will slot into the lower part of the backpack. Then we need this piece is L1. Last on here. It will fit on the back. Just like that. And I think that's all they assembled. Now we do have, I got this piece right here. I don't know what this is. So it's called K7. I'm going to scan the instructions real quick, just to make sure it wasn't missed somewhere. But I don't remember seeing a piece shaped like that, so I don't know what that is. There's no stand that comes with this, which is weird. Okay. So I don't know, I don't see anything for that piece, any instruction for that. So I don't know if it's an extra piece or if I just missed something. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it off and put it in a bowl, or parts bowl. Okay, so does it fit? It doesn't fit on this. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Unless, oh, hold on. Maybe I do. Hold on. Nope. It's not what I think it is. Okay. All right, so zoom out and look at our Iron Man figure. Get a little closer. So some of our choices are, we could take this hand off and put the blade on. I think you can imagine how that works. Well, hold on. I'll do better than that. Here, it works like this. Just make sure that the wrist thing stays in there and doesn't come out with the hand. And then there's that. All right, that's not what I want to put on it right now. And look at that, it stayed with the hand. Okay, so take that out. Put it back in here. Whoops. Let's see. See, sometimes on these types of models, it's just not, really think on whether you really want to mess with swapping some of these accessories. All right, there's that. Let's pop this back in here. See if I can get this back in here. The problem is it's really warm tonight. Oh, here we go. It's in. All right. Put the head back on. All right, so the hand I got in is the blast effect hand. And you're getting two sets of blast effects. So you got two hands that could do it. So this hand has a peg here. Here's the base of our blast effect. It'll just go over there. It's pretty loose. So actually, probably better if you just put this on first. And it has to go on a certain way because there's some slots and tabs to match up. Okay, so there's that. And then I just peg that there. And then he has a blaster, the thrusters from the fly. Now, it doesn't look like this. I don't think this blast effect's going to fit this arm, this cannon. And it doesn't have an effect for this cannon. So the other hands options we have are the open palms. And we got two of those, one for each side. And then we got a fist for one for each side. The other option we have is we flip it over and we remove this part that's not easy to, there's no like tab for you to grip if you want to do this. So they didn't make it super easy for you. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing that right with the instructions. I think I did, well, am. Yeah. So you're supposed to take that piece off the back. I think, if I take the whole back plate off, maybe, and then push this through, possibly. No, not really. So they don't make this piece. They don't make this piece easy to remove, really. Which is unfortunate, because guess what? Blokees, I'm not demonstrating it because you made it a pain in the butt. And what should be a kid's toy, maybe? Oh, well. All right, so it does have a light up feature, which it's on right now. So what we'll do is, let's do this. So here's them lit up. Be cool if the neck was a little bit more solid than what it is. I'm not really a fan of the neck lighting up. And then you got a hot spot on the top of his head. They didn't, I don't know, maybe they could have thickened up the plastic here so that wouldn't happen. So Yeah, I mean, those things aren't super cool, but I guess it is what it is. I wonder if there's a deluxe version of this figure. I'd wonder if they fixed some of that stuff on that, but I can't say because I don't have it. So that's our Iron Man. I mean, it looks cool without the lighting. It actually looks pretty cool. I'd be tempted maybe just to paint up these eyes instead of even doing the lighting. And maybe see if there's a way we could just block it at the neck so the light doesn't even come up this way and just this lights up maybe. I don't know. Because, yeah, my only big issue is this neck lighting up and then this hot spot up at the top of the head. I'm wondering... I'm kind of wondering maybe if it puts some electrical tape inside here, that would fix that. Maybe even inside the neck. Maybe put like a shrink wrap tube or something inside his neck, because you take this off. That might work. I might try that sometime. I don't have anything. I don't have that stuff around right now, close by, and I'm about ready to eat. So, well, hold on. Let's go. This is our Iron Man. If we do some size comparison, last week we put together a classic class Mandalorian, and he's a little bigger than Iron Man actually. So this is a first version of Champion Class Marvel. And then we got Deadpool, who's about the same size. And then we got Galaxy Class Stormtrooper. So there's a size difference there. So all in all, he's not bad. I want to fix it. I want to see if I can fix up some of the lighting issues with him. What I think are lighting issues, and maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll revisit it in some other live stream. Like maybe I'll do a stuff I fixed live stream sometime. Maybe go over it. Anyway, if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Thank you. Every view is appreciated, whether it's the whole video, part of the video, rewatching the video later. I do appreciate it. Remember, if you're willing to like, comment, subscribe, every bit helps. I got a QR code at the front and the beginning of the videos of some other links to other stuff I'm doing. We're also streaming this on Kick. I've not been able to stream on Rumble yet, but you can visit and follow there, that I will be able to someday. But until next time, have fun.